I came back from my grandfather's funeral to find my door gone. Not open, gone. The frame stood bare, stripped of hinges, like the house itself didn't want privacy anymore. Inside, my room was gone too. My desk, my books, my old camera, all of it replaced by lavender curtains and a pink vanity mirror. And sitting cross-legged on my bed. My bed was Lily, my mother's stepdaughter. Her brush paused mid-stroke when she saw me. "Oh, Mom said you'd be staying in the attic for now." The attic. That's when Ick knew grief wouldn't be the hardest thing about that day. A week earlier at the hospital, Mom was crying or pretending to. Grandpa had been the only man who ever stood up for me after Dad left. The only one who saw through Mom's soft-spoken cruelty. When he died, I thought I'd lost my last line of defense. She didn't waste time. While I stood by his coffin, she was clearing out my life. I remember when she first met her new husband, Tom. She smiled like a teenager, giddy, glowing. I wanted to be happy for her. I really did. But happiness has a way of turning people blind. She began trading pieces of me for her new family. Dinner seats, weekends, eventually attention. Then Lily arrived. Sweet, quiet, seemingly harmless. But harmless people are often the most dangerous. They let others do their dirty work. I didn't scream when I found my things in trash bags by the driveway. I didn't confront her. I didn't ask why, because I already knew. I stood there staring at the garbage that used to be my memories and felt something sharp slice through the grief. A calm I hadn't felt in years. That calm stayed with me when I went to Grandpa's lawyer 2 days later. He had left a letter for me, handwritten, sealed. Inside, it said one thing. "You already know what to do. The house is yours. Don't let her take it." The will was airtight. Grandpa's lawyer confirmed it with a sympathetic look. Everything, house, property, accounts, waste transferred to me upon his death. Not to me mother, not to Tom, just me. I didn't rush. I let her enjoy her victory a little longer. I smiled at breakfast. I helped her hang curtains in my room. I even complimented how fresh the house felt. She bought every word. That's the thing about people like her. They never notice silence when they're busy talking. The day I executed the plan, the house was quiet. Tom had taken Lily shopping. I waited until their car disappeared down the street, then called the lawyer. By the time Mom came downstairs with her mug of coffee, there was a man in a suit standing in the living room. "Mom," I said evenly, "this is Mr. Gresham, Grandpa's lawyer." Her smile faltered. "Oh, what's this about?" He handed her the document. Her eyes scanned the paper once, then twice. Her lips parted. This can't be right. It's legal," I said. "Grandpa left everything to me, including the house, which means technically you've been trespassing since last week." The mug shattered on the floor. She didn't notice the coffee seeping into the rug. "You can't do this to me," she hissed. "Toos!" I stepped closer. "You did it to yourself when you threw my things away." Her face twisted. Half rage, half disbelief. "I was making space for your sister." "She's not my sister," I said softly. "She's your reminder." Tom came home to find her screaming, packing, throwing clothes into suitcases. Had tried to talk to me to reason. I handed him a copy of the will. His voice died halfway through reading it. "Legally," I said, "you both have until tonight to vacate. I'd prefer not to involve law enforcement, but I will." They left before sunset. I watched from the porch as Mom stood by the car, eyes wild, shaking. "This isn't over," she spat. "You'll regret this." I almost laughed. "You said the same thing when I was 15 and refused to call him Dad." She froze. "Funny," I added. "I don't regret that either." Then I closed the door. The house was silent again. My silence, my space, my justice. I walked into the room that used to be mine. The lavender curtains still swayed in the breeze. I didn't rip them down. I didn't need to. The real victory wasn't throwing her out. It was watching her realize she'd lost something she thought she'd already taken. People say revenge should feel sweet. They're wrong. It feels clean, like sweeping away dust that's been choking you for years. As I stood in that empty hallway, I looked at the door frame she'd torn down and whispered, "I'm home, Grandpa." The wind outside carried no reply. But the silence, deep, still, and final, was enough. She called once that night. I didn't answer. I just listened to the phone buzz, steady and desperate, until it stopped. And then, finally, I slept in my own bed again. I didn't destroy her life. I just handed her back themas she made of mine.